Yes, hello everyone. Today we are going to start with chapter 10, control statements. The main objectives of this chapter is to understand the various control statements, usage and implementation. Let us go through the chapter. See, first of all, control statements in the sense, by default, the programs, whatever we write, they are going to work in the sequential order. If we want to change the sequence of execution, then to change that sequence of execution, we use something called as decision making and branching statements or control structures. Like for that cause, C++ provides you control structure statements so that the flow of execution of your program can be controlled as per your requirement. It is not that it should go always serially from first statement to last statement, based on the sequence, based on the conditions, right? So you can make changes in the flow of execution of statement, right? So with the introduction of control structure, we are going to introduce a new concept called compound statement or a block. A block in the sense what? It contains a group of statements. Like say here you see, assume that you are writing some set of statement inside a set of curly opening and closing brace. Is called as what? Block. You can have only one statement or you can have group of statement that can be considered as a block. A block can have sub blocks, that even that possibility is also there. Like this, I can create one more sub block. I'll call this as block 2. Like this, blocks can be created. Block is a group of statements which are separated by semicolon like all C++ statements, but grouped together in a block enclosed in opening brace and the closing brace. Most of the control structures that we will see in this chapter requires syntax. Syntax means what? Method of writing the command, right? A statement can be a simple one statement or it can be a compound statement, right? So here, the order in which statements are executed in a program is called as flow of control. That is called as what? Flow of control. C++ provides you control structure that serves to specify what has to be done by the program when and under what circumstances. See, control statements are statements that alter the sequence of flow of instructions. Any single input statement, assignment, and output statement is simple statement. A group of statements that are separated by semicolon and enclosed within curly braces is called a block or a compound statement. Basically, there are two types of control statements. One is selection statement, another category is iteration statement. Where the selection statements allows to select a statement or a set of statements for execution purpose based on the condition what you have specified, right? That is what selection statement. For example, that assume that in your house they said that near to your house one shop is open. They said that you go there, see shop is open or what. That means what? My condition is shop open. This is my condition. If yes, if the shop is open, bring all materials, I mean all things written in a list. Otherwise means what? If the shop is not open, come back home. Right. Just come back home. Whereas Here, bring all the things written in a list and come back home when the shop is open. If it is not open, then just come back home without buying anything. So this is what now you see, based on your condition, based on our condition, is shop open, right? It will be decided whether I have to go with this, whether I have to go with this, or I have to go with this. Any one will be executed. Selection statements decides which statement or statements have to be selected for execution based on the conditions answer result. To do this kind of thing, we have here different selection statement, namely if statement, if else statement, nested statement, switch statement. Let us go through all those statements one by one. First one is if statement. This is like simple if statements, we can say. This statement is also called as one-way branching. One-way branching. This statement is used to decide whether a statement or set of statements should be executed or not. Right. So here you see the general syntax, if condition, statement one, or this is when only one statement you want to execute when the condition is true. And here it is, if condition is true, I want to execute all these statements. This statement will not be having, this statement will not be having false condition. If the condition is false, if the condition is false, it will not do anything. It will just continue with the remaining part of the program. That is, it will continue with the statement which is written after the if statement. Right. So now here, that means if shop is open, see, this is not as per the C++. I'm just writing in the form of so in general, I'm writing if shop is open, right? Bring materials. If shop is not open, what to do? That is not explained. Only when the condition is true, you want to do something. When it is false, we don't want to do anything. Just continue with the remaining part of the program. That time you can use this if statement. Right. So here you can see the diagrammatical structure. Is the condition true? Then I execute statement one. If it is false, don't execute statement one. Just go to the next statement. If it is true, what happens? Statement one will execute and go to the next statement. Whereas if the condition is false, it will directly go to the next statement by skipping statement one. When there are compound statements, when the condition is true, you can execute more than one statement. This flowchart is showing you the execution of compound statements when the condition is true. If it is false, all these compound statements will be skipped. Right. See, the condition gives 0. That means false. 1 means true. If the condition is true, it has value 1 and the statement 1 will be executed. If the condition is false, the value is 0. Statement 1 is not executed. The expression must be put inside the parenthesis. That is your condition. It should be written here. And then statement 1 will be executed only when the condition is true. If the condition is false, then control skips statement 1 and directly moves to the statement 2 and executes it. If n is equal to 100, this message will be printed. Otherwise, just it will not print this message, but continue with the remaining part of the program. To find largest of two numbers, using if statement. Hash include IOStream, hash include Conio, then IO manip, int a comma b large. Clear screen is there. Enter. We are taking input of two values, that is a and b. Large equal to a. A is assigned to large. We are checking b is greater than large. In large, what we have? We have the value of a. That is indirectly what? B greater than a. If it is true, b value overwrites the value present in the large, which is the original value of a. Then when you print large, you will get a number which is largest between a and b, biggest of two numbers. To find the largest, smallest, and second largest of three numbers using simple if statement. So here, three input variables A, B, C with largest and then second largest, then smallest. They're asking for three values. A is assigned to largest. The same A value is assigned to smallest in the initial stage. If B is greater than largest, assign B to the largest. If C is greater than largest, assign C to the largest using simple if. That is why it is having many if. If B is less than smallest, assign B to smallest. If C is less than smallest, assign C to smallest. And at last, before that, second largest has to be calculated. For that, the formula is A plus B plus C minus largest plus smallest you do. If you subtract these two, you will get second largest number. You can see here 10, 50, 30. 50 is the largest number. Because of that calculation, second number got 30. And here smallest number is 10. Input the total amount in a bill. If the amount is greater than 1,000, the discount of 8% is given. Otherwise, no discount is given. That means if the amount is not greater than 1,000, then don't do anything. Just continue with the remaining program. That means indirectly no discount. Output the total amount, the discount, and the final amount. See here, all the variables, including input, output, are declared in float. It's a practical program. Clear screen, enter the amount. Discount is initialized to 0.0. If amount is greater than or equal to 1,000, then amount equal to discount amount is greater than or equal to 1,000. Discount equal to 8 divided by 100. That means 8% will be assigned to discount. Net discount is amount into discount. From the amount, 8% discount means how much now? That will be calculated and assigned to net discount. And net amount means amount minus net discount, and both are being printed here. Okay, this is about plain if statement.